for reflection followed by the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and
to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
roll call, please.
First District, David Ham.
Here.
Second District, Gloria Slay. Third District, Charlie Brown. Fourth District, Pete Lindemoter.
Present.
Fifth District, Christine Sead.
Here.
Sixth District, Ted Bilski. Seventh District, Randy Meyer.
Present.
Thank you. All right, Scott, got anything for us?
So I passed out the 16-line statement and then some proposed actions for today, which there's 4 total actions for today. Upon the conclusion of those actions, then we can get into the first reading. But these initial actions are just a few items that cleanup items that are needed. And then the last action where we balance with our insurance reserve ultimately balances the budget. So we'll be balanced for 24's budget preparation upon conclusion of these actions, unless there's others that are missing. But for now, this is it. So it should be short and sweet.
So this was first reading, and nothing's final actually until second reading.
Correct.
We'll start down the line with the
Yes.
motions and then we'll do the readings.
Do you want to do
this part first.
that first?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Madam Chair. Well, why don't we let Councilman
Oh,
Heath?
okay,
Madam Chair, I move to approve Elections Department 62410, other supplies, $25,000, 63150, consultant fees, $50,000, 63310, printing, $170,000, 63221, freight and express, $150,000, and 63995, other services and charges, $55,000 due to new equipment legislation.
Second.
motion's been made and seconded, discussion. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 4 to absent.
Madam Chair, I'll take this one. I move to approve prosecutor office 2 new positions, IT director at 68,000, and administrative director at 68,000.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded, discussion. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 4-3 absent. That's the correction on the first motion also.
Madam Chair, I move for approval of Veterans Office, new position, administrative assistant at $40,000.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 4-3 absent.
Madam Chair, I move to place the remaining balance into insurance reserve, $2,520,582.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 4-3 absent. Now we'll move to the readings.
Madam Chair, I move for approval of first reading ordinance authorizing the tax levies. Ordinance number 1.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Ordinance authorizing tax levies. Discussion? All in favor, roll call, please.
Ham.
Yes.
Lindemoter.
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
Sead.
Yes, motion passes 4-3 absent.
Madam Chair, I move to approve an ordinance for appropriations forms 4A and 4B.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Oh, do we need to do these just first reading for him? Okay, discussion? Roll call, please.
Lindemoter.
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
Ham.
Yes.
Sead.
Yes, motion passes 4-3 absent.
Madam Chair, I move for approval on first reading of the salary ordinance for 2024, ordinance number 3.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion?
Discussion? We had several items that were brought in front of us by several departments. One of them being Homeland Security of somewhat of a reorg and some changes in salaries. They weren't the only one. There were several that wanted to kind of get creative within what they were doing. I just wanted to make sure we make record of that as we go along, that the coroner's office is another where he's got some people with certain skill levels that are required really to provide the service to the public that might need to be addressed. So I just want to make record of some of those things.
Scott, I thought we made a motion early on to approve the report wrong with the line item stated as 4% or no.
Right, so to the extent, so an example of that is if a department had a vacant position that they decided to, that they wouldn't budget for next year, and they spread those salaries, that essentially was approved. But any one-off changes in terms of analysis performed by a department comparing their department's pay against other counties' pay, those likely would have exceeded the 4%. So those would not have been approved. So that'd be a one-off approval that we would have to address for those.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham.
Yes.
Linda
Yes.
Sia.
Yes. Motion passes 4-3 absent.
Oh.
Councilman Young.
Madam Chair, I move for approval of ordinance 4, longevity ordinance for 2024.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Ham.
Yes.
Linda
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Sia.
Yes, motion passes 4-3 absent.
Madam Chair, I move for approval of the sheriff clothing allowance ordinance, ordinance number 5.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion?
Discussion.
Yes.
This is still part of our negotiation, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not, I know it's just a first reading, so it doesn't necessarily put it into law, but I wanted to make sure that we keep this up front and center during the negotiation.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Linda
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham.
Yes.
Sia.
Yes, motion passes 4-3 absent. You're up, Councilman Hill.
I move for approval of ordinance number 6, which is the per diem expense ordinance for 2024.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? All in favor? Roll call, please.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham.
Yes.
Linda
Yes.
Sia.
Yes, motion passes 4-3 absent. Councilman Linda Mulder.
Madam Chair, I move to approve the budget recommendation for Lake Ridge Fire.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Ham.
Yes.
Linda
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Sia.
Yes, motion passes 4-3 absent.
Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve ordinance number 8 for Lake County Solid Waste.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Linda
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham.
Yes.
Sia.
Yes, motion passes 4-3 absent. Anybody have anything else?
One thing that in this being my first budget with the county council in observing, one of the things I like to do in budgeting is look at revenue streams. I think that it's very difficult to understand and pass a budget without understanding where the money comes from that funds the different services and activities of county government. So one of the things that I've noticed in our processes here is that there are multiple miscellaneous revenue streams that the council has really no oversight over. Yet some of the departments that are able to collect those revenue streams have pretty broad discretion as to how they're used. And they are a part of our general fund tax levy as well. So I think at times those miscellaneous streams could be used to offset some of the burden on the general fund and still be able to provide the service, where it seems like some of those miscellaneous revenue streams in departments that get them is just like, all right, we have lots of money, let's go do this. And other departments that are still vital and essential services to the people are constrained by what we do here as well. So it's just one of those things I wanted to talk about and get out into the open, that I would love to see departments that do have those miscellaneous revenues that can be used for things that could help us offset impact, that they would do so. I think that's responsible government to do that. It gives a little bit more space within the levy for us to fund certain activities and services of government that are essential and needed. So that was the statement I wanted to make. Thank you.
Anyone else?
No.
Well, I'll say that some departments have done that. And last year, I know, like the clerk's office position into, where to save money, moved it out to decrease the general fund monies. So, and I know the recorder does that as well. So there are a few, but I agree that sometimes the fees in that, the argument is that it's going to save the county money and they're going to lower the general fund, and sometimes that doesn't happen. So, yeah, I agree that we need to look at all streams of revenue and see how we can, those other, funds can help reduce the general fund dollars. All right, if nothing else, motion to adjourn?
Well,
ahead.
rescheduling that future.
Oh, yeah, having spoken with Scott and where we are today, I believe we can cancel, all meetings until the second reading. So if someone would care to make that motion. We're out of time, Ted.
Right on, that's perfect timing. You guys did all the work.
Madam Chair, so move.
Motion's been made and seconded.
We'll let Ted have
On all budget workshop, not on council, but all budget workshops until the second meeting.
Which is October 17th.
And is that October 7th?
17th at 10 a.m.
17. 1 o'clock,
10 a.m.
10 a.m. All right, all in favor, signify by aye.
Hi.
Motion passed. Opposed, motion passes 5-2 absent. Okay, motion to adjourn,
Motion adjourned.
second.
Second.
Motion to made and seconded, all in favor? Aye.
I got a hurt puppy at home.